Hello, everyone. It's good to see you guys again. How are you? I hope everybody is blessed and having a beautiful experience right now. I'm back, and as usual, I have been reading all your comments, and I've been postponing videos that are kind of important that need to be discussed and talked about. But today's topic, since I've been reading all your comments, and they have been absolutely wonderful, by the way, I thank all of you. I love you all so very much. Thank you. I am truly blessed. Thank you. So today's topic, which has been brought up quite a bit, it's going to be twofold. It's going to be about energy and manifestation. So it's kind of a combination of both. You really can't have one without the other. So, and this is just my experience. Everybody else has different ones that have had NDEs and all of that, and that is absolutely beautiful. There's nothing wrong with those. But for this topic, today's video is how I learned how to tap into who we are, our energy. Because who you see talking to you today, Jason Janis, is completely superficial. This is not who I am, and that was a huge realization for me, knowing that I'm not Jason Janis, nowhere close to being Jason Janis, never have been, except in this physical world, in this timeline, you know me as Jason Janis. So today's topic, again, is going to be about manifestation and energy. As I discussed in other interviews and even in my own about my near-death experience, is we are direct manifestations of God, Source, whoever, Father, as I call him, God, and we are genderless. We are neither male or female. The appearance of me in a male body is to enhance the illusion that we're in of separation, right? So when we come down here into the physical world, we, are in the illusion, we're in the dream. And to further manifest that dream, right? We're in a male and female body, which also separates us, right? You think I'm a male, I think you're a female. And we respond to each other in that sense, right? Okay. So to get into the energy, when I had my NDE, it was the most profound experience of my life. I was out of my body. There was no ripping, tearing, popping. It was instant. And I was above at the top of the ceiling. And everything that I described in my NDE happened within a trillionth of a second. But what was surprising to me was the energy boost that I got. It was like I was plugged into the universe's battery pack, and it was instant, and I was juiced, and I was like, I'm home, right? It was that energy. I didn't exist in a body anymore. My consciousness, your consciousness, everybody's here, is simply energy, okay? That is your spiritual mind. You have two minds. You have your physical mind in this physical body, and you have your spiritual mind, which is energy. We are love, we are light, and we are energy. Sounds just like God, right? God is love, light, and energy. And to assume in any way, shape, or form that we could ever break away from that is also part of the illusion. It will never happen, ever. We are gods, okay? We are God. It's physically impossible, spiritually impossible to break away from Father. So with that being said, we are energy. So how do we tap into that energy? Some of us have NDEs, okay? We get to go to the top of the line, to the head of the class, basically, right? We get that right up there, okay? But it comes with consequences. So be careful of what you wish for. Always having an NDE, I was greatly depressed for 2 years, hardcore. I mean, brutally depressed. You cannot live your life for 50 years one way and then all of a sudden have it abruptly stop and you realize who you are, what you are. It came with major ramifications, good ones, but at the time, it was very depressing. And I was feeling juiced all the time, okay? What I was left with when I started talking about my experience was I could feel people's energies. When I would get done talking with them, sometimes I would just cry, or I would say, you're feeling really nervous and anxious. And they're like, how do you know that? I can feel you. And come to find out, that's just being an empath. I had no idea what that was. I had no idea. I still had no idea what was truly happening to me. I was having all of these experiences, feeling other people, knowing, and it was hard for me to deal with. So I kind of put a kibosh on it because it was just so overwhelming. Okay. All of this love, constantly feeling people's pain, feeling people's emotions and love. It was, and not just in a physical sense, but I was feeling their souls, and that is energy. All right. So some of you may have already experienced this, may have had a spiritually transformative experience, had an out-of-body experience. You know what I'm talking about then. But anyways, to tap into this, how to manifest your vibration, how to bring it up. I started to meditate. People had said, Jason, you need to meditate. And I was like, man, my mind is racing 24/7. I can't get it to shut up. So I finally said, maybe that's not a bad idea. So I began to meditate, and it was hard because my mind is, zippity doo-dah all over the place. And I'm like, dude, shut up, shut up. And that's the ego. Okay. The ego is simply a belief in something other than who you are. Okay. That is, the ego is not your friend. So I'm battling the ego. Okay. And I'm getting better at this. Okay. So manifestation really is you being aligned with the non-physical home, okay? You can sit on your couch and say, well, I want money, I want this car. It won't work, okay? So what you want to do is you want to get into that zone. However you do it, it's different for everyone. I found a technique that works for me. I simply made a mantra, a list of things which are love, and I'll give you one of them. So, I'll wake up a couple hours early before work, and I'll sit there and I'll relax, and I'll just start with some, easy breathing. And then all of a sudden I will feel my energy, right? I will feel it like I'm feeling it now. It starts here, and it's just like dropping a pebble into a clear lake. You just feel that ripple, and it just comes out, and I can feel it course through my body. And I'll start to meditate. I'll get into that zone. Some days are better than others. The last couple of days have been hard. Other days, I am just lit up like a Christmas tree. And when you can tap into that energy, when you can start aligning yourself and your beliefs, getting out of your physical mind, okay? Get out of your physical mind. Get into your spiritual self. That is your energy. That is your consciousness. That is who you are. That's what you're inhabiting here in this vehicle, which is a very, very small percentage of who you are. I'll get into that in a minute. But just get into that zone. Align yourself with the non-physical, and you'll know it when you're there. Trust me, you will know it. You will feel it. You will feel relaxed, at peace, and you will feel this energy start to move within you and start to almost consume you. And it's such a loving, warm feeling. It is unbelievable. And in that mode, and in that moment, I can start manifesting. Manifesting is that alignment. So now what do you want? And these thoughts are extremely powerful, okay? They are shaping our universe and our physical world right now, whether you speak them or not. Whether they're lower vibration or higher vibration, they are affecting the world that you see right here, right now. And if you look at the news and you see everything that's going on, are you happy with your thoughts? I'm not. I'm not at all. And I have changed that. So when you're in that moment of meditation and you're starting to feel some electricity, some tingling, some energy moving through you, that is where you can start manifesting. And that is where you can say, I don't want this life anymore. I want this. And do it out of love, because that is how we change everything, okay? That is how we change everything. And that is the first mantra of my line is like, I am a powerful magnet for love, a powerful magnet for love, for abundance, for financial abundance, for peace, for joy, and for health. All beautiful things. That is the first thing I say when I start feeling that. And that is sending out into the universe, into the physical world, love. Okay? And I'll start to hum, I'll start to feel it, and I'll go through my progression. And that is how you manifest. That is how you get control of your energy. And the better you get at it, the more you can move it. And I have been able to move quite a bit of energy and heal pain in my body. And it can happen. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? That is all you are. You are energy. You are just lost in the dream. So I'm here to wake you guys up to say, you have the exact same powers that Jesus did, okay? He was no more or less divine than you. He traveled in his late 20s, across North Africa, right? And into the East, into India, where he learned from the masters of meditation and how to reach who you are. And that is where he learned to control his energy. He could literally, when he came back home, walk into a room and heal people by just sitting there through his energy. People could feel it. They'd be like, what is going on? You know, and they felt better. They felt joyful. They felt happy. We can do that. That is through manifestation, through your energy. It is within all of you. You all have it. You need to get out of your mind, your physical mind. And I said this in my last video of fear. Free your mind. Free it. And the rest will follow. It will come. It takes practice. I do it in the mornings when I get up before work and I have a blessed day. I'll be walking at work and I can feel the energy. I can feel the love, and I'll just say, I love you all. And then it just is an explosion of energy through my body. Am I the best at it? No. I just started a few months ago. You know, is it going to take me a while? Absolutely. But it's dedication. And I promise you, everyone who listens to this, it will happen for you too. It happens through love. It happens through your desire to help and want to help others. It is who you are. It is who you truly are. And now it even took me, it's almost 4 years after my NDE to come to terms with it, to understand that I'm completely superficial. This person you know is Jason Janis in front of you, completely superficial, see-through, like looking through glass. It's nothing, okay? I am energy. That is it. Sprinkled with gazillion pounds of love and light. And that is it. It's reaching who you truly are. And that is through meditation. However you can do it. Everybody has different techniques, times, places, where you go. Try different places. Try different things. And eventually you will find one that works. And when you can truly get into that zone, sometimes I will meditate now. When I'm done, it's an hour and a half has gone by, or an hour has gone by. And I'm like, wow, I'm drained. I'm like, I get up and I'm like, whoa. And I'm walking around the rest of the day feeling that way. It's incredibly powerful. You have that ability, each and every one of you. So with that energy, for all of you who are going through difficult times right now, as I'm going through a difficult time, but I'm coming to the end of it. And it's all about your energy, all about your thoughts. If you want to sit in a lower vibration, like woe is me, I have cancer, that is the energy that you are going to produce. And all of you are sick and tired of it. I was sick and tired of it, right? You're sick and tired of feeling crappy. You're sick and tired of being sick in this no money situation or whatever it is, right? We've all gone through it and are going through it. It is your mind. You have to retrain your mind, and that comes through meditation. That is how you can manifest. Because we have been taught for millennia, thousands of years, right? that this is the only way, this is who you are, brought on by the church, right? Okay, what Jesus was teaching in his day was the energy. Jesus was he was a rebellion, okay? He was saying basically to the church, nah, excuse my language, F off. This is who we are. So in his ministry, in his practice, people would come over, right? And they would feel his energy. They would feel his love. And some of them got freaked out and said, whoa, you could be killed for this. This is blasphemy to go against the church. Jesus didn't care. Jesus taught about equality. Men and women are the same. It is, he was breaking through the illusion. So he was teaching this. He was teaching everybody how to meditate, how to tap into your powers, who you are. And he was showing them that through meditation, through manifestation, to become you, okay? And it's the same thing. Jesus was simply executed as a common criminal, okay? And he talked the way he did to get his message out in his, as you would call them, parables or stories, right? There was no way he could get around that because people were ignorant back then. They couldn't read or write. They could speak, they could do all of that, but they were ignorant. He couldn't come at them with the truth in a way. He had to put that truth into a story and their mind level that they could understand, okay? And that's when I dumb things down for you guys or drum it down. It's because I come from higher up the ladder. It's not because I'm better than you or worse than you. It's just my knowledge and my downloads have taken me up the ladder. So sometimes I have to bring it down to you guys so it's in a way that you will understand. So manifestation is really you meditating and finding that zone and aligning yourself with the non-physical, because the non-physical will not come down here. They will not in any way, shape, or form. They are waiting for a crack in your armor, for a crack to come in so they can, because they're constantly talking. Your guides are constantly talking to you. Jesus is constantly talking to you. The non-physical is waiting to give you everything that you have ever wanted, but they will not come down into that low vibration. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in who you are. You are a powerful divine being, okay, with incredible power. And I could go into other things, but I think that would be good for right now. So when you want to get out of your nightmare, right, your delusion, so to speak, and have yourself a beautiful dream, to have a beautiful dream of abundance and love and everything you wanted, climb up that ladder, okay? Manifest your new reality, because it will physically change in front of you. You will physically, like me right now, moving in the direction of once being just a factory worker and a warehouse worker to being a teacher, something that I never thought would happen. But I followed my guidance system after my, NDE, when it was really bringing me to this point. I was beginning to follow it. We all have it. It's going to be in my next video, next one or two videos, the 2 keys we have to find our way home, because we weren't just abandoned here or left on our own. No, we were given 2 very important things to find our way home. And one of them I just talked about is the guidance system. I'll get into that more, but you guys know it as your 6th sense. Something's going on, right? Or you're going for a job interview and you're like, you got that feeling. That is your guidance system saying, you don't belong here. It's not going to end well for you. Start to listen to that, everybody, okay? That is a very important step in becoming, one, right? It's follow that. It's going to take you where you need to be without question, hesitation, or doubt. So as I began to follow my guidance system, it led me to where I am now. Why I couldn't find a job for 3 months. It's what, I've been manifesting a new life. This was it, right? Being a teacher, helping others. I started my own website, loveandlightjason.com, to counsel people, to do Zoom meetings, to, be in person and talk to crowds, okay? That is what I came to this earth to do, and that is what my NDE gave me. Now, how do I get there? I have to meditate. I have to get into that energy that I feel all the time and keep it there. That is of a greater, higher vibration, okay? It will lift me up. I am no longer sick. I am no longer anything but love. I feel love all the time. And the brutal situation that I'm going through, this has gotten me through it. I thoroughly believe the non-physical has my back. Whatever is going on is going to be just fine. And with that mindset, you cure your disease, you get rid of judgment, you get rid of hatred, right? And you begin to focus on one thing, and the only thing that is real here in this life is love. So when you approach yourself with that energy, you can tap into it and you can move it, you can heal yourself. But again, I cannot stress this enough. You have to be aligned with the non-physical home. You have to. And it's not going to come easy, so don't get frustrated right away, okay? Because that's the ego, right? A false belief in who you are. It's going to try and stop you from finding your true self. He will do everything in his power to stop you. You'll start to itch. He'll do anything to break your concentration. And it's tough. It's tough. It takes dedication and practice. So take that time. Take that energy that you have and learn to control it and learn to live through it. And it is a very beautiful process. And I'm still in the process of getting through it and learning how to become better at it. And that's really all it is. It really boils down to just that. I know it seems like, wow, it's not as simple as it seems. Like I said, some of us have a spiritually transformative, experience where you'll be reading a book and all of a sudden your energy just explodes, right? Or you have an NDE and you know that energy that I'm talking about. For anybody that has had an NDE, you know that energy and that love that just is exploding and flowing through you. It is something that can never be fully described. Our language is too archaic. It's simply, it wouldn't even come close, So to tap into that same energy that I have felt through my NDE, you have that same ability. And it will cure anything that you have wrong within you. And it starts with a belief. You have to free your physical mind. You have to free it. You have to retrain it. And I mean that. It has millennia and millennia of false beliefs, lies, mistruths, all brought on by the church, right? Okay, and it was meant for a reason, right? That's why they killed Jesus. They were terrified. He was doing things that was against the law. He was breaking the law. He did not care. It was his mission. It was his contract. It was his passion to teach. He's still teaching us to this day, right now. He is trying to get through to every single one of you, not on a religious terms, but in the term of love. He wants to give you everything that you have ever wanted, and it's there. Just free your mind, retrain your physical mind to believe and merge with your spiritual mind, all right? And beautiful things will happen. And that's really it, guys. I've been thinking about it all week, and I was like, how can I put this to them that they can understand? For some, it's like, what are you talking about? What powers, right? I mean, you are nothing but energy. So I brought this up. What part of you is actually in this vehicle right now? People say, well, that's your soul. It's like, when you bake muffins and you take that little sprinkle of sugar and you sprinkle the top of the muffin with it, right? That's what's in us right now. That's what's in this vehicle. So what is that? What part of us is truly here? That's your personality, all right? Your soul, but that's who you are. That's your personality over lifetimes of incarnations, not only here, but other places. That's your energy that is here, that you're tapping into. It's all your hopes and dreams, your loves, your likes, your dislikes. It's who you are. And everybody knows your own personality, right? That's who you are. Well, that's what's driving this vehicle. So you have to retrain that up here to become one, that your physical mind and your spiritual mind is no longer different. They're no longer separate. You merge them. And what is this? You go from being separate into one, right? And eventually, that's what we're all going to be. When I say in my interviews, I was one with everything. That means you. That means the cows, the trees, everything that was on this planet and in the universe, I was one with. There was no more separation, no more male, female, no more individualism, one with Father. Boom. I woke up from the dream and I'm like, well, okay, I'm home. It was like putting on an old pair of shoes, breathing air. It was home. I had been there trillions and trillions of years before the universe, before we even created the universe. That energy, we created the universe. And we're still creating the universe now through our energy, through our thoughts, through our love. All right? So tap into it. However you want to meditate, I'm still learning. I'm still trying better methods. And some days are better, some days are worse. But that's okay. Don't feel like you're a failure because it didn't work that day. The non-physical knows you are desperately trying to reach them, and they are going to be there for you. I promise you. You have never been alone. You have never been abandoned. The non-physical is waiting for you and that crack in your armor to open up, to allow them in. Free your mind. Free it from everything that you thought once was, which isn't true. All lies and manipulations to keep you living in fear. All right? I'm here to break that fear. I'm here to tell you that you are powerful, that you are loved, and you are divine in every way. All right? So find that peace, because you are peace. And when you can find that happiness and you can find that joy, your physical world is going to change in front of you. And that is how manifestation works. It is raising your energy, raising that vibration, climbing up that ladder. So when I talk about the ladder, you climb up the ladder, right? The higher up you go, the more vibration. If you want to climb back down into the darkness, into not hell, but into that lower vibration where, why did I lose my job? Why can't, all of that, you want to live in that? That's fine. The non-physical will not come down to help you out. It will not, okay? You have to climb that ladder. Believe in who you are. Believe that what you're going through is nothing more than an experience, and that you have that power to manifest that change within yourself, but it has got to start with you. It has got to start with you retraining your mind from the false beliefs of the ego and what you have been told and what we have been taught as in the vehicle of humanity, lies and manipulations. They don't want you to understand who you are. The church knows who you are. They're fully aware of that, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. None. Okay? I'm not here to put on, those pretty faces and, I'm simply here to help you because I love you more than you could ever possibly know. I don't want to see anybody suffer anymore. I don't want to see anybody go without food. I want you to all live in abundance like I am starting to live in abundance. And it has all come, yes, from my NDE. I get it. It's I get boosted up the ladder, but I want you to climb that ladder, and I want you to climb that ladder really fast. All right? So when I speak of that energy, you'll feel it. Some of you already have, and some of you want to feel that. And that is the best and most profound way that you can find that. I feel it daily. Sometimes not in the morning right away. Sometimes I'll feel it right away when I start meditating. And I'll be reading, I'll feel it, I'll be cooking dinner, I'll feel it, and it is a beautiful and wonderful feeling. It is all love, and it will profoundly change you. When you can tap into who you are and you will see who you are, you will love it and you will not stop. And that is the change. the way, the wheels on the bus go round and round, right? When you start to feel that, you start to climb up the ladder. And what do you want to do? You want to share that with somebody, right? So when you're starting to do that, when you change your beliefs, I also want to talk about this because it has affected me and it has affected others that have had spiritually transformative experiences, NDEs, is you might lose family, all right? They may look at you like you're nuts, like you've lost your mind, and you may lose those friends, and that's okay. Don't fret about it, because that is your spiritual journey home. And that's what we're all doing here, finding our way home. I found my way home. I started listening to my GPS. I started channeling that energy, and I'm getting better and better and better at it. And you can do that too. So don't be alarmed when you start to see family slip away or friends slip away. That's okay, all right? Embrace it, forgive them, love them, and become who you truly are. A divine, powerful being. And when I mean powerful, I mean powerful, all right? When we were created, God was there, and then we're right here, like right there. Below us, we're created angels. Angels take care of us, all right? That's their mission. That's their job. That's the only thing they do. They take care of us. Whether we're in a physical body or whether we're home, they were created to take care of us, and they love us without question, hesitation, or doubt. And they want you to be happy. There's no, again, we're all genderless, okay? There's no male or female. That is just part of the illusion here in the game, all right? So, you are an incredibly powerful divine being. Reach in there and realize who you are. Feel who you are, all right? So I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in and all the positive support. When I started this and I started talking about my NDE, and things that have been happening spiritually, I expected hate. And I have been shown such overwhelming love that it has really thrown me for a loop. When I first told my experience, I remember being very upset, talking to God, having a conversation like, nobody's going to believe this. Okay, nobody's going to believe what happened to me. Here's that energy I'm feeling. And if you feel it as well, nobody's going to believe me. Nobody. They're going to think I'm nuts. Okay. So I started talking about this, and mine NDE that I created before I came down here, in my mind, when I listen to others, is so simplistic, but yet it has bonded with so many of you. It has touched you so deeply, and I am so profoundly grateful for that. There's the love again. Wow. That I was just blown away by the love and support, and I found my purpose. My guidance system brought me here. And as I told Father last night in my prayers, I said, and Jesus, when I gave him some things that I need him to take care of, I said, I will not stop. I will not stop. And I know what I am here on this earth for, and it is this, to help you find your way home. And however I can, and I will continue to put out my videos. I will continue to listen to you and help you in every way I can. And that goes with the negative. Of course there's going to be negative pushback. I expected it. This channel is about love and light, okay? And it's about raising that vibration. And if you want to bring in negative comments, if you want to write negative stuff, it's just going to be hidden and deleted, and you don't have to worry about seeing the content because it'll never pop up in front of you again. Because this is for those who are truly starting to awaken and want and crave that desire to come home, to feel what I feel on a daily basis. And that is why I started this channel. That is why I started my website. And I have all of you to thank for that. I am truly and profoundly grateful for all your comments. And as always, please leave your comments down there. What do you want me to talk about? I've got a couple videos that I'd like to get out. Somebody wants to talk about grief, kind of goes along with fear. I've talked about that. We'll get to it. We talked about manifestation, but the next one that's going to come out is going to be a very important one. Again, I talked about it today. One of them. It's one of the keys. So I'm going to talk about that next week. So all of you, thank you so much for your love and support. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you have a truly blessed day. I love you with all my heart. Thank you.